Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings II and our Lusignan Dynasty roleplay series. So I am sick guys, unfortunately, for the second time here, and just a few weeks, I think like 6 weeks ago I was sick, so unfortunately sick again, just that time of the year, and then I think me getting that medical procedure probably weakened my immune system pretty bad, because I'm pretty sure I got sick that day that I went to the doctor's office. That's how you get sick guys, go to the damn doctor. Because, you know, I hadn't eaten in a couple days, I hadn't drinking anything that whole day, and hadn't slept either, so I'm sure my body and my immune system was pretty weak, so going into the doctor's office was a good way to get sick. So I'll go ahead and edit all the coughs out. This could end up being a shorter video too. The last video I recorded for Imperator Rome ended up being like 22 minutes or something like that, because I just couldn't make it any further because of the coughing. So we'll see how far we can get. Before we start though, I would like to address one thing that's been brought up in the comments, and that is about us having too many duchy titles. Currently we have 3 duchy titles, and that does result, it has a positive and it has a negative. The negative is it does result in an opinion penalty with all of our vassals, a -10 opinion penalty, which isn't really that bad, honestly. And then the positive is that it gives us more prestige. So you'll notice that the number of held duchies we're getting are giving us a bit of prestige. We're getting about 0.2 prestige per month for having that, having for each one of those duchy titles, I should say. So it's suggested maybe either handing one off or destroying one. Obviously, handing one off creates a powerful vassal, but he had said maybe we could do it with our daughter. Now, one reason why I don't want to give it to our daughter is because if we have a son, which, you know, it's probably unlikely that we will, considering our age, our wife's age. But if she dies, or if we lose this chase trait, if she dies, then I would imagine we get remarried, and we could end up having a son from there. Or if we lose the chase trait, then I'm definitely going to go after, maybe trying to get a bastard or something like that. And then we could legitimize him, and in that case he would be the male heir. And if we get any male heirs, any male children, then they automatically become the heir, and then we have her with the duchy, and then basically creating a whole line of powerful dukes or duchesses that would create problems in the past, or in the future, I mean. So I don't really want to do that with her. If she was a male, then that would be a different story. But yeah, I don't think we should give it out, and I agree with destroying it, and if we did destroy one, we wouldn't want to destroy that one. And we wouldn't want to destroy the Bourbon one, because that does give us a claim on this province here, so we don't want to destroy that one. So the only one really to destroy would be the one of Berry, the Duchy of Berry. And while I'm okay with destroying this one, it does result in us losing prestige, and we take a -40 opinion penalty with any vassals that are in this area. So, you know, the prestige is whatever, but if you look at that, if the reason why we're getting rid of this duchy title is to get rid of the -10 penalty with all of our vassals, we only have 2 count vassals, and he's one of those 2, and this would put him in the negative. So we get a -40 with one of our vassals to get rid of a -10 with 2. It's not really a smart decision at this point, especially with him having such low opinion of us. That would put him in the negative, and he'd start actively working against us even more than he already is. We already know he's in factions and stuff like that. So loud vehicles, sorry about that, but I don't think it's the right time to destroy that vassal, the duchy title right now. Let's wait and see if the situation changes with the opinion on this guy. Are we currently increasing his opinion of us? If we're not, maybe we should. I thought we had this in the notifications, but I guess we don't. Or maybe I'm just not I'm not swaying anybody, but I thought we were working on swaying somebody. Who the hell was that? Let me just take a look here. Oh, you know what? It was the Duke. Yeah, we're working on swaying him, or we're supposed to be. Apparently we're not anymore. Let's go and change that. And or did the Duke? Oh yes, the Duke died. That's right. His father died. Or maybe not. I'm just making this shit up. Somebody died. Whoever was the Duke before him died. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is, because his father died. There it is, 1343. Okay, I was looking at the wrong date. So yeah, his father died. We were swaying him. Now we need to start swaying his son. And I mean, his opinion's okay right now, but let's try and increase that, since he is our most powerful vassal. So we ended off with a war against another rebellious count. So let's go ahead and raise up personal levies. We won't bring the vassal levies up because we've already gotten an opinion penalty from that. We'll just bring these guys. Get them all coming over here. Hopefully they don't engage our troops, which they very well might. Although I don't think they'd be able to defeat anybody at this point. Nah, they wouldn't. And we're just gonna... What we're gonna do is we're gonna merge these, and then we're gonna split them in half. And then take one army and go after them, and then the other army will go siege down their one province. So let's go and give some commanders. How many? I don't think we have enough commanders at this point. Let me just... Nah, we need one more. So let's go ahead and get one more appointed. We can do this mayor here. So we can try and get commanders in all of our for all of our troops. So these guys are going over here. They do need at least one commander. So let's give them somebody decent. We will give them this guy, I think. Yeah, that'll work. We'll give him that guy, and then the other commanders will all be over here, and then we'll just place them based on rank, of course. So that guy's there, and then I think that level 8 guy might be. Nope, we'll bring in the new mayor, and then we also want to go ahead and get any extra commanders we have into this army. It looks like we don't have any extra. Okay, that's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and have these guys chase these troops down, try and get them destroyed while we siege down that province. I think this is the best way to do this. So that way we can, try and get that siege down while we chase this army down, because it's not going to get destroyed in one battle. And it does tick the war score up a lot as well. I don't know where they're going. Pretty fucking far, apparently. All right, so I think they're still, I believe they're now off of the Shattered Retreat, so we should be able to engage them now. Fear loosens its grip on me, and I shall stand tall against the things I used to fear. King Pierre is no longer a craven. Well, look at that, guys. He finally lost the goddamn craven trait. So that means he's going to be pretty good at personal combat. Well, he's stressed out, so yeah, it would have been pretty good at personal combat. So yeah, that's awesome. So maybe we can have him lead some troops or something. And maybe he'll lead the siege. We'll just slowly work our way into not being a coward. So we'll get King Pierre out here. He's not very good, of course, but that's okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and have these guys get the better general, and then we can bring one of these guys over to this one, this flank right here. Bring the mayor in. All right, excellent. So Pierre is finally leading troops. We haven't been able to have him lead any troops because he just was too much of a coward beforehand. But now he can finally fight with his men, which is I don't even know if we'll move these guys here. We'll just move them here because we're just gonna take attrition if we send the entire army there. So this is enough, I feel, to get this province siege down. I know there must be a way to earn Duke. Okay, so we know these events. So we can write him a letter, lose a little bit of prestige, but that's okay. Got a battle knocked out. Excellent. We're taking out the castle there. And he was more than happy to talk to us. So we did increase our opinion with him. We touched the young man. As she is growing older, I could see that Eve could use some guidance in some of my experience areas. Okay, so is this our youngest daughter? No, it's our second. I always get them mixed up. But yeah, this is our second daughter here, who we currently have working on the intrigue focus. She is strong. Okay. She's got a powerful physique. She's willful, but she's also a craven. Okay. Let's see what we want to do here. So we can make her ambitious. Probably wouldn't be wise for a younger daughter to be ambitious. Make your move at the right time. She gets a patient trait, but we become out of patience, or she must learn on her own. I'm going to go with that. And yeah, we did lose some men here. That's okay. Oh, we're at 100%. I didn't realize that. All right, let's go and offer peace then. And say, yep, there we go. So we finished up the revolt. This guy is now in our dungeons, and we must figure out what we want to do with him. He's a dynastic kinslayer. All right, I wonder who he killed. Oh, he killed Raoul. Okay, he burned him at the stake. Was he a heretic or something? Yeah, because you'd think you wouldn't get the kinslayer, trait if you burned a heretic. I don't know. Anyway, so we need to go ahead and deal with this guy. Or we could just keep him in our dungeon. He's pretty young. As far as who would succeed, it would be a woman, which could cause some issues. So it'd probably be best to just keep him in the dungeons for right now. Yeah, I think that'd probably be the best option. Because I think, her coming into she's still real young as well. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep him in the dungeons right now. I don't see any reason to do anything with him. Let's just keep him there. He'll learn his lesson there, I suppose. Yeah, well, and it's helpful because he's going to be in the dungeon for a long time because he's 18. So we got complete control over this count. We don't have to worry about him doing anything. So yeah, we'll keep him in there. Though people are still trying to put him on the throne, but yeah, that's not too much of a problem. So let's go ahead and get rid of our armies now. We've defeated the rebellion. I mean, this is the advantage of keeping your vassals very weak, is that when you do have rebellions, it's not too challenging to get them knocked out. We do have this duke here that is definitely to be worried about. He's got 4,000 men, so that's a good number of dudes. It'd be a little bit more challenging to beat his revolt. So if he had any of the counts join him, we could end up having some problems, which is why we're trying to sway him, trying to make friends with him. I don't know what this is. Something with our vassal, I think. But maybe non-aggression pact ended. And the stables have been completed. Excellent. Let's go and see if there's anything else to get over here. Looks like that's a no, or we're just too broke to get it. It's probably more that we're too broke, I think. And our steward had just collected a special tithe. Excellent. So now I guess we can take a look and see if that was the case. No. Yeah, we just don't have the technology for any of those. Okay. Well, let's see if there's anything else to build in any of our other provinces. Or we could also take a look and see if there's any decisions we can do. See if there's anything here, like we could always compose a book. Pierre's a learned person. I could see him composing a book. We could do a summer fair, searching for a smith. I want to say we have all the best equipment that we can get right now, though. Yeah, I want to say the best option would be to try and compose a book. Yeah, because he's a learned individual. I could see him wanting to compose a book. Yeah, sure, why not? And I don't know that we've ever completed a book. I mean, we've tried, but I want to say we never got it done. One time it took like 15 years or something like that, and we still didn't get it done. I think it was broken, I want to say. Maybe I'm misremembering it. Let me just take a look, because I want to say we never did complete a book, but I know I've tried to do it twice already. And then I know the last one, I think we'd only been doing it for 2 years, and then our guy died. So let's try this time. It's the first time that we've had a younger guy try it. So let's attempt to compose a book, see if we can finally get one done. So we can tackle the complexity of war. Just taking a look at our stats. He's okay at war. Should be at the intricacies of relationship, and this would be diplomacy or intrigue, which is one of our higher stats. Or we can say something in honor of God or something educational. I almost want to do a chronicle of our family history, chronicle of the Hugues, written by the first Hugh, not named Hugh. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that chronicle. I know that's the generic option. I think we're going to go with the generic option in this particular case to write about the Lusignan Dynasty and all the amazing things we have done. Look at this. Look at what we have built here. This is what our dynasty has done. All right, so next conflict, I assume would probably be with, I guess we can go and speed this up, would be with England. I don't know if we can take them though, guys. I don't know. Our character's no longer a coward though, so... the church wants to organize a miracle play for a local saint in our land. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Yeah, we'll donate some money for that. Get a bit of fealty. Sure. And looks like we have a new countess. A young woman here. Who was this to her? It looks like that was her mother. Okay, so her mother did die. She is now the countess. Wonder why is he a bastard? Not entirely sure. Oh, okay, he must have joined. Yeah, he joined a holy order. Okay, so since the son did join a holy order, which I feel like the men in this game are far too willing to join the holy orders and give up all their claims. That was something that typically like a younger sibling who wasn't going to get any land would do, not the heir, which he would have been the heir in this particular case. So yeah, I kind of find that a little bit odd that they do that so often in CK2. But anyways, she's our new countess. She doesn't really like us all that much. Maybe we want to work on swaying her, but let's continue working on the Duke for right now since he's the most powerful one. I think that one count was leading the faction, so we no longer have any problems with factions. Although I wouldn't be surprised if that young woman created a new one. Uh-oh. Oh no. Voices in my head are telling me to do horrible things. We are playing as a lunatic now. Okay. So this could get interesting. So we kind of got to do shit that doesn't make any sense then, I suppose, since we're crazy. All right, well, we'll kind of take that into consideration whenever we do any kind of events. You know, of course, obviously stuff like this is really any options that would, I guess you continue touching young men. I suppose that's pretty crazy, but so, yeah, I don't know, what could we do that'd be fitting for a lunatic? All right, so we got the same event with our younger daughter here. We're just gonna do the same thing with her. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we could do with the fact that we now have a lunatic character. And who do we want to put in charge here? Why is he... Okay, he is a commander. Yeah, I want to leave him in the commander positions because he's so good at that. Let's instead place the Baron. Yeah, the Baron would do okay at that. And he wanted a position as well. So let's have him study technology. And where do we want him to do that? I almost want to go ahead and do... Somebody told me Constantinople is the best place to do it. I don't know if that's still the case. You know what? Let's take a look at this before we do it. 26, 29, 29. That's similar to where I was doing it before, which was Paris. And I want to say it is a bit higher, though. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we'll put them in Constantinople. There might even be better places, but yeah, that's where we'll move them to. To study technology. But yeah, we have a claim on England. That would be, I guess that would be a crazy thing to do. Declare war on England when you're way, way weaker than them. My prisoner is complaining about a dark cell in the dungeon. I think we just got an opportunity to do something crazy. We've got prisoners, don't we? Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can't do something here. There's not really anything to do with this character. I mean, we could like put him here so that he'll be tortured or whatever, but let's say let him rot for right now. Let's see who's in our dungeons. Is that the only prisoner we have? Well, we're gonna have to fix that then. Let's take a look at our court. I mean, we could just arrest a random person. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Just arrest anybody. Somebody, I would like to arrest somebody I don't like. I don't know who we'd do it to though. There's not really anybody he doesn't particularly like. Does he have any rivals? He does not have any rivals. He does have a friend here though. So yeah, I'm just looking for like somebody who we could torture. Do something messed up to. I mean, we could always do it to that count, I guess, but the problem is that you let him out when you torture him. I don't want to release him, which I think that's kind of silly. I mean, I guess you could just throw him into this here and then he gets the penalty, but I also don't really want him dying. I want to keep him in here. But yeah, if you torture him, I believe that releases him. Yeah, he's released from prison. So that's not what we want to do. Now, just because we're a lunatic doesn't necessarily mean that we'd kill people and shit like that, because, you know, just because you're crazy doesn't mean that you're murderous. But that's the initial, I guess that's just me. Maybe I'm a little bit crazy. This is my first reaction, is what I think is something crazy to do is to tickle torture somebody or something. I don't know. You know, maybe I won't go in and arresting somebody, because that would obviously get the -40 penalty with, you know, arresting somebody who didn't do anything wrong. And then also, like I said, just because we're crazy doesn't necessarily mean that we would go, you know, murdering people. We're not cruel. Yeah, we're not really cruel, so it doesn't necessarily mean that we would do that. Just, you know, you're a lunatic, so, you know, you don't know what a lunatic would do. Yeah, I don't know, man. I want to take advantage of this because we haven't had it. We only had one crazy character, and he died like immediately after getting the trait. She finished up her education. Excellent. This is Eve. She is a flamboyant schemer. I suppose that's okay trait. So we're going to want to work on getting her married now. And this is going to want to be a marriage that, you know, gets us an alliance of some sort. We're already married into Aragon, so we need to find somebody else. Once again, this here is not a helpful situation. Maybe Denmark? Yeah, Denmark has a presence here. They're the immediate person I'm seeing that would probably be the most beneficial. So let's see if the King of Denmark has any young men ready to be married. Seems he does not. Oh, the King of Denmark is a youngin' himself. Oh, well then. Let's see if we can't arrange a betrothal then. So yeah, we'll want to arrange a marriage for, I mean, it would probably be wiser to do our younger daughter, I suppose. Yeah, since he's younger. Oops. And he would be willing to do that. And this is a Danish king, So that's an option. Let me just take a look and see if there's any other options. Yeah, I think we'll marry her into Aragon, because I don't really remember where we got the alliance with them from. God, I can't recall what the hell that was from. Was that from an event? Because I don't know that it was from a marriage. I don't recall any marriage. Because, yeah, the marriage that we did was here in Castile for the Duke there. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. You know, that was where our daughter, our eldest daughter, we married her from over there. So, yeah, I want to say that this was from an event. So let's go and create something a little bit longer lasting. And then we have the youngin here, Prince Bermudo. And so let's go and arrange the marriage with him then. And we will do that for our youngest daughter. Oh, oops, not a marriage. A betrothal, excuse me. And then we'll do that with our youngest daughter. And yeah, that should go all okay. So yeah, we'll go and arrange this marriage here. And then we'll go ahead and arrange the marriage with the king as well. And this will be our eldest daughter. She'll be a little bit old by the time that he comes to the throne. He's a little bit older, so that's the reason why I picked him for the oldest daughter. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and see if we can't secure those two alliances, and then we'll be able to use them, Aragon and Denmark, against England. That's the plan. I want to go to war with England next. And so it looks like the King of Aragon did agree, as did the King of Denmark. So those marriages won't be happening for some time, though. So it would be a period of long peace, essentially, as what we'd kind of be stuck doing if we wanted to wait. Because I just don't think, and what the hell is this guy wearing? Isn't that a lady hat? I could have swore that was a lady hat. And it doesn't, yeah, because it doesn't really fit the bald hair very well. That is weird. Is there like a trait that he got for results in him wearing women's clothing? I don't know. That is odd. Okay. Maybe he thinks it makes him more seductive. Not entirely sure, but yeah, I want to get some of this English land here. And the fact of the matter is he's got a much larger army than we do. We could hire mercenaries. I mean, I guess our army has grown in size at this point. They are dealing with a rebellion as well. We could hire mercenaries. We already have Aragons, perhaps their assistants. Not entirely sure if they would assist us or not. But I think for long-term purposes, we could use those alliances against the Latin Empire as well. When my wife's mare had to be put down, I promised Berta that I would find a new suitable ride for her, and we're in luck because there's actually 3 mares here in our capital we get to pick between. So we can say the Skewbald one looks a bit old but sweet, and she would be delighted. I'll lose 10 gold. The white mare is a bit frisky, but she'll be fine. And give us a budding romance with her, 15 gold. Or we could say the black one is magnificent, the only suitable match for my wife. Let's just take a look. Yeah, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't give her the magnificent one, spend the money. It's really not that much money. And now we are deeply in love together. He'll be devastated if she dies. With my snotty knowledge in all matters of state and stewardship, it should not be too hard to sway the Duke. Okay, depreciate him more. Alright, well, let's say we could end up getting a charitable trade if we did this. I will tell him of my prosperous realm. Yeah, I'm sure we'd be devastated if our wife died. We'd have to probably find ourselves in the arms of a young maid in order to feel better. So the Duke is very impressed by the tales I've told him. Marvelous. All right, so yeah, we've done very good at increasing his opinion. He's at 62. I say let's just go ahead and continue. And then we'll work on that one countess doesn't really like us. And we're going to write a personal letter to him. My food has tasted strange lately, and I've begun to eat less and less for fear of being poisoned. I don't trust the spy master to find the poisoner. The only one I can rely on is my friend. So he's going to be convinced somebody's trying to poison him. And that's probably due to him being a lunatic. All right, so we might even get some events that play into our us being a lunatic. I'm just being paranoid. The food is fine. And our friend is the King of Anatolia. Oh yeah, that's our alliance as well. Okay, do we have an actual alliance with them? I don't think we do. No, we don't. I wonder if we could. Probably not. Because I think you have to have a marriage or something like that. You gotta have the non-aggression pact, which I think you can only do with the marriage. Okay, so I'm gonna trust my friend, the Hammer, to help me find this poisoner. So the Duke is more than happy to talk to me. That's 15 plus on the opinion boost. We're at 77. We're pretty good right now. He likes us quite a bit. Let's go ahead and stop swaying him. And let's start working on that young countess who needs to learn the error of her ways. And I don't know where she's at. She's over here. Start trying to sway her and see if we can't boost up her opinion of us a little bit. To be completely sure the food was or was not poison, King Liutbrand II required certain expensive equipment. I was the one to pay for it. Although the food tastes strange, I do not feel any different than before. The question is if this is really necessary. Do I really want to know? So I can say, no, I don't care. The equipment costs too much. He'll be disappointed. Or I can say, of course I need to know. Take all my money. So, yeah, let's do it. We're absolutely obsessed with this. We are going to find out who the hell is trying to poison us. It's not a question of if they are or not. They definitely are. There's no doubt. There's no doubt somebody's trying to poison us. It's just a question of who it is. And we're going to discover this with the developments of modern science. With the expensive equipment acquired, he did a thorough examination. The cook had used rancid meat in the stew and tried covering up the taste with a lot of spices, some poisonous, unless used in moderation. Satisfied with the result, I imprisoned the cook without pardon. Now how will I find a new cook? All right, so we got intrigue from that. I wonder if being crazy can boost your intrigue up just because you're doing a lot of intrigue because you're crazy. Let's go ahead and we finally got somebody. Oh damn, it didn't imprison because there is no real cook. Oh, that's a shame. I was gonna say we finally got somebody that we can go like tickle or something, but unfortunately that is not an option. All right, and called a favor on the mayor, probably to vote for something. I don't know. So Eleanor has finished her education and she is a scholarly theologian. All right, that pleases me quite a bit. All right, and remember, she's already betrothed to marry the Prince of Aragon here. Ooh, she's got a headache. That's not good. Hope she didn't die. She got decent symptom treatment, so we'll see. She loves keeping her things in order and patiently spends a lot of time on it. So we could say, I should help guide her in the right direction, make her more diligent. Or she's a busy soul just like me, and she'd gain the trait patient. Let's go ahead and do the patient one. I think because it's a for sure. And frankly, it feels more fitting for her, given that she's a more religious-minded person. And patience is a virtue. So that's what we'll go with. All right. So I think a period of peace wouldn't be bad. Well, we did have that ambition. I guess we felt in that. We had that ambition, though, to have peace for a certain amount of time. I guess we felt at that. Oh, nice. He was actually successful. That's fantastic. We got a little boost there in our technology, perhaps. I mean, there's 33% chance on which one we would have gotten. But we also got the prosperity increased. So composing a book. So we can ask our wife what she thinks of it. I'm not convinced it's moving in the right direction. I could perhaps. Okay. So she would feel grateful about it. It has a risk of lowering the quality of her work. Or I'd rather not get anyone else involved in this highly personal work. Yeah, I mean, what does she know about the dynasty? She knows nothing about the dynasty. This is our dynasty. She won't get involved. This will stress us out. But writing a book would be stressful, I imagine. And just hopefully our ruler can handle the stress with his craziness. And then, oh, what is this? We are experiencing a plague of pirates on our coast. This is the King of Denmark, by the way. There's a rumor that you are supporting them. Can you please put my mind at ease regarding this, for I assume that is not true, or is it? All right, so a strange accusation. He's up to something. So we can answer accusingly, or we can reassure him. Let's reassure him, because, yeah, we're not involved with these pirates. All right, so the hospital in our capital has seen an increase in the amount of people looking for food and shelter. It can barely provide the food that required as it is. Perhaps this could be a good opportunity to make an impression. So we can make preparations, which we'd lose gold, and we prepare food and supplies to be handed out as charity. The prosperity of the county increases slightly. My money is better spent elsewhere. I mean, we're not a charitable person, but we're also not like a bad dude. So yeah, I think we'd probably do it. I mean, there's a lot of quality traits here, I'd say, that lead him to probably do this. All right, so alms and other supplies have been brought to the hospital will now make life much easier for those in need. The question now is how to present this extraordinary gift. It's a gift from the king. The realm provided this offering. I'm doing it for the people. Well, he's not humble. He's definitely not a humble person. He's honest as well. And we could end up getting the proud trade. But yeah, I kind of feel like he would do that. I think that's more fitting. Of course, it's a gift from the king. And they prosper. Oh, a lot of our realms prosper. Excellent. So one thing I wanted to look at here is what our current... in the attempt, we are hunting apostates. Okay. I was going to say, if the court chaplain wasn't hunting apostates, then we might want to do that. Try and find some people to burn. I don't know. Could be fun, I suppose. Just give us something to do here. Keep our hands from becoming too idle, because you know that's the devil's playground. I know there must be a way to earn. Okay, so this is about the countess. That's right. We're trying to please her. So let's write her a letter. She's more than happy to talk to me, and we touched her as well. Just touching people left and right. All right, so increased our opinion a little bit, and we got the same damn thing with him. I'm not supporting any pirates, man. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting all these pirates events. I don't know if those are random. I assume they are. We did finish building some stuff. Let's take a look and see if there's anything to build in our provinces, the ones we're actually focusing on anyways. I think this one here is one we want to... Yeah, we'll leave the militia training ground there. And I think we're focusing on this one as well. Yeah, let's do this one too. And let's see, where else we want to build in. All right, we already have... Yeah, we already checked that one. Did we check this one yet? I don't think we did. Let's do the barracks there. All right, excellent. And just try and build in all these provinces. Looks like we're broke. Oh, I spent all of my money. Well, hopefully we don't go to war. Recently, I noticed the pitiful state of my daughter. Oh. Just been informed that cause of aches and fatigue is the cause of the flu. And this is our heir as well. All right, well, we'll call the court physician at once, of course. After being skillfully treated by the court physician, my daughter is feeling much better. Perhaps he is deserving of some praise. I shall personally praise him to the court, and that's because we're gregarious, so we can do that. And we become close friends with the doctor. Seems like becoming friends with your doctor would be a good ideal. You know, they'd have your best interest in heart when they're treating you. Just taking a look at who our current physician is. He's not even that great. He's got kind of a low learning. He's a eunuch. Okay. I shall compensate him for a job well done. Or no, he's merely doing his job. I would say let's compensate him. Give him some money. Either way, it increases his opinion. Ooh, what is this? Oh. He's at war. And we would have to accept this or face some penalties here. Who's he at war with? Okay, he's at war with the Muslims. Well, we wouldn't be a good Christian if be declined. Of course we're going to accept. So we're going to go and accept in that. I don't know that we're actually going to raise an army up to fight them. It doesn't seem like that's necessary. Yeah, I probably won't raise an army up to fight. I feel like that's... Unless they come and attack me or whatever. But I feel like we don't really need to do that. I mean, maybe if we're sitting on a ton of money, perhaps we'll consider doing it. But as of right now, I feel like we're going to stay out of it. My cynical comments have made people look at things my way. I have created more cynics. Oh, what do you know? I forgot we're cynical. So yeah, we... Okay. Yeah, so we're not even that religious. Perhaps it is time I asked the Countess to spend some time with me. Yeah, let's spend a little bit of personal time. And she was happy to oblige me. And we can now talk in private. I'm going to convince her of my good intentions. I think these days have really helped me getting Clarmonda to know and appreciate me better. We have passed most of our time at my palace discussing some topics, and which one do we want to discuss? So like I say, I was honored to host an ambassador from the Moon King. And that would be the lowest opinion boost. I just hope nobody thinks worse of you for your visit. And that's because of the chase trait. It looks like that gives the biggest boost. We don't have the craven trait anymore, right? I thought we lost it. Why is it still assuming that I'm a freaking craven? Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Alright, well this is the best one. And yeah, we would hope that nobody would think ill of us, because and you can really pick any of those when they're those options, because they're all your trade options. So typically whenever we have that for roleplay purposes, I often pick the because they're all technically roleplay options. I just typically pick the one that gives the best bonus, which is the whole point of us trying to increase relations with her. We're now at 11, so she's in the positive. I don't know if she's part of any factions. Of course she is. And she wants to change up the succession. And then we also have problems with Count Henry again. As always, this dude is always causing us problems. Yeah, his whole life he's been causing me issues. And I placed him in this position. Or maybe I didn't. Actually, I don't know if I did. And then he has the Countess helping him as well. That's 20%. And they're trying to increase the council power. Okay. As long as the Duke stays out of it. I think that's what's important. We can't get the Duke involved. If the Duke gets involved, then yeah, that would cause some problems. That'd be a very large rebellion we'd have to deal with. Probably about 8,000 men. It'd be a challenging fight. I mean, we'd probably still win. No, there must be a way to earn her trust. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and ask her. It does suck that we're costing all this prestige doing this. And she was unmoved by my concern. Oh no. Her mother died from gout. Okay. So as long as these guys are not like losing in the conflict, yeah, I don't see why I'd get involved. I think a fight with England's probably coming pretty soon, guys. I'm kind of letting them, they're dealing with a rebellion right now. I almost want to let them finish up in the rebellion, then they'll be pretty weak. And plus I don't want to have to fight their rebels. Right to you with bad news from, okay. The damn peasants are rising up, causing us issues. They should know their place. And something happened. Okay. Just a seat in the Cardinals. Okay. What I want to go do is take a look, see if we got anything to spend some money on, guys. Because we are starting to stack up again. I do want to declare war on England once again. We're just going to wait. I feel like waiting is the most beneficial option, because maybe we can get... oh shit, there's another plague, isn't there? Is that another plague coming in here? Smallpox. Damn it. Alright, so there's another smallpox plague coming down through the lands. What I'm thinking here is that it'd be our best option would be to wait until our two daughters get married. He's about 2 years from being married, of age to be married. Same thing here. About 2 years. I think they're slightly, one slightly older than the other. So yeah, we're going to get our daughters married off first before we go to war with England. I think that'd be the best option. Oh yes, I was supposed to be building stuff. That reminded me. All right, well, let's go ahead and find some stuff to build then. It looks like we built everything there. I'm just going to go through our list here instead of like clicking around. And I mean, because all of them are pretty profitable provinces. So there's no reason why we wouldn't want to build in any of them. This is pretty expensive, but we're going to get it. And see if we have anywhere else to spend a bit of money. Though I don't know that I want to build in that one. Yeah, because that would be like the first one that I gave away. If I needed to give a county away for something. We do the militia training ground there. Sure, we'll do that. And then we might not have the money to build. We do. We can build right there. Let me just take a look at this province and see if there's anything to build here. There's not. Alright, so we'll spend our last penny on getting that militia training ground. Just trying to build up our troop numbers here, guys. Currently at 16.5 thousand. That's because definitely could use more troops. Because England, once again, has a pretty large army overall. Yeah, I mean, he's got a much larger army than we do. I think the Latin Empire might be comparable as well. He's not doing so well at this point, but I think that's... Actually, I don't know what that's from. He is at war. Yeah, I assume it's from his war. Oh, is he at war with the Holy Roman Empire? He might be. I would love if somebody could get control of this, because I would like it, but I don't want to have to fight the HRE for it. So we once again have benefited. Is this guy pretty good? He's only 14, but yeah, he's doing much better than our previous spy master did. Okay, excellent. All for that. Let me just take a look at our technology, seeing if there's anything we can kind of pump towards. This is all being changed up in the next patch. They're kind of making technology different, and I like what they're doing with the technology. I think it's going to be better overall. I'm not really seeing anything on the cultural advances that we might want to do. As far as over here, yeah, let's do the improved keeps. Yeah, why would we not? Yeah, I think that's exactly what we'll do here. Construction is helpful as well. But you know what? Let's do the improved keeps. I think that would be incredibly beneficial because that'll allow us to build a lot more buildings in these provinces, which, you know, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're in a period of building right now. He'll be known as King Pierre the Builder. So I might understand more about money than I do about people, but that doesn't mean I couldn't use my extensive knowledge of my realm's economy to impress the Countess. Alright, so we can send her some gold. I might become charitable from that. Or we tell of our prosperous realm. She might not be all that super interested in that, honestly. It worked alright the last time we did it. But that's using our diplomacy skill. Let's try doing that. See if it works again. And she was very impressed. Marvelous. She was swayed. So let's just take a look at her opinion of us. We're at 15. It's going up ever so slowly. She still didn't have any children, so as of right now, she's 32 years old as well, so very well could end up being her sister taking over. A visitor. You have received a visitor, a monk from the famous Great Abbey at Cluny. He tells you that the monks there spend most of their days in devoted prayer, and that they always mention the names of the most pious Christians in those prayers. If you would demonstrate your immense piety by donating a large sum of gold to Cluny Abbey, you would surely be among those present in the monks' prayers, if I can read. So, yeah, we can give them a bit of money. I'm sure they'll manage anyway. I'm going to say that we're not going to give any money because, yeah, we're cynical. So normally I'd go with this. But yeah, with us being cynical, I don't think that's something that our character would do. He doesn't believe those prayers, or he questions. He questions if those prayers are any good. Our Quentin's died. And we got more troops. Excellent. Also, we have an open council position, I didn't realize. Okay, so we're going to want to go get somebody placed here. Let's take a look at... I do want to see if we have any pissed off vassals. No, it doesn't look like we do. Right now, the Duke is the main vassal we want to keep hired. And he is currently as the steward right now. I think that's the only thing that he's decent at, yeah. I mean, and that's not even great. All right, so let's just put anybody in this position. The best ranking, I suppose. And... I'd be fine with putting the mayor there. Yeah, let's do the mayor. Okay. So I actually made it through the episode with only having like 1 or 2 cuts from coughs, I think. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting better, guys. I know last night when I recorded, though, it was bad. It might have been just because I had just got home from work. I recorded like an hour after I got home from work, like really early in the morning. So that might be it. And I also took some medicine before I recorded this, so that could be it as well. But I'm just going to hope, I'm going to be positive that I'm getting better, guys. It looks like England is done with their rebellion. So, yeah, we're going to be declaring war on them next episode. Because, yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't have these marriages done by that point. The King of Denmark is in March. In March, he comes of age. And then they'll be able to get married. And then the Aragon one, once again, isn't completely necessary because we already have an alliance with them. No, we don't have to wait for this one, so we probably won't. I'm probably just going to wait for Denmark, for them to come of age, and then I think we'll go ahead and declare war. I don't know that Aragon will get involved because they're still involved in their own conflict, so I'm not entirely sure how that'll end up working. I guess we'll see. But I would love to be able to get both, because I think the reason why we had to come to it was because they attacked them. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong on that. I didn't really look at it. I guess we can look at it now. Yeah, he's actually the one attacking. He's the aggressor. Okay, we can actually look at this here, can't we? So yeah, he's the aggressor. And we still, we're called into it. So I don't know. It always says maybe that they'll come in. But you would think they wouldn't, accept those penalties for not coming in. I guess we'll see. I just smacked the shit out of my water over there. But I guess we'll see. It would be really helpful to have the help of both Aragon and Denmark against England. Either way, though, I think we're going to go to war with England and just hope we do well. We'll build up the treasury, though, in the year, or a little bit less than a year that we have to wait for that marriage with the King of Denmark. And that's the plan. We'll get the marriage done. We'll build up our treasury. And then maybe we can hire some mercenaries if need be. And then we're going to be attacking the King of England, King Paul the Evil. We've got to smite him for his evilness. I don't know what he's done. Maybe killing people over here. No, he's just died in the dungeons. Not entirely sure what he's done. He's got a ton of modifiers, though. Probably from that conflict that he was just in. He's excommunicated. Ooh, another reason to fight him. All right. I guess we're not really the pious individual ourselves, but yeah, the goal will be to gain this province. However, I would love to be able to get more, but I don't think there's going to be any way to get that. We'd have to, yeah, there's not really, we're going to have to do it for one province. It'd be really nice, though, if we could get, yeah, maybe I should have my spy master instead of being over there. Maybe we should work on trying to get control of a province here that would get us, we could get both of those because it's in the same duchy. Or, Or there's Aquitaine as well. Yeah, I mean, that's an option too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find ways where we can get more than one province out of this, where we're not just fighting for one province. Let me know down in the comments below. Also, would love to hear your guys' opinion on how we could be more crazy. Things we could do that's a little bit more crazy. Because I think that would be kind of fun. Once again, and I was kind of interpreting this wrongly, I suppose. Crazy doesn't necessarily mean evil or cruel. We're not evil or cruel, so... Yeah, it could just mean like kind of random sporadic things to be done. I couldn't really think of anything. I was looking in here, and yeah, there's not really a whole lot of things you can do roleplay wise that would be, you know, crazy, I suppose. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below about both of those matters. I'd love to hear your opinion. Also, if you liked the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell. And also go check out some of our other content. You can access all of our content on the front page. And hope to see you on another episode. And thanks for watching, guys.